So I think that Tim Burton is one of the directors that every actor wants to work with. So how was the experience for you?
It was beautiful. Yeah, I've been a fan of Tim's for a long time, ever since I saw Pee-wee's Big Adventure when maybe I was 12 or 13. And the idea of working with, I'd seen his films through the years and thought, God, it'd be a beautiful experience to be a part of a world that he created, you know, because his imagination is so powerful, and his ability to take his imagination and make it manifest in these cinematic worlds, whether it's claymation like A Nightmare Before Christmas or Frankenweenie, or live action films like Edward Scissorhands or Big Fish. So when I heard that he was doing Dumbo, I thought, oh God, what a beautiful world for Tim Burton's imagination to get attached to, and it was a joy working with him.
And did you know anything about circus world? Do you have any memory from your childhood?
No, I never got to go to a circus, which I'm okay with. And this, I had no experience with circus life at all. Except for shooting the film, they had some circus performers, a lot of circus performers from all the four corners of the globe. You know, there was tightrope walkers and gymnasts from Lithuania, and contortionists from Mongolia, and magicians from South America. There was just this collection of strange and wonderful people who had picked these kind of cottage industry skills that they had honed through the years, and they were amazing. There was 200 or 300 people that were there on the set most days, you know, so that was extraordinary to be around, but I never had any personal experience growing up as a kid.
And the original version was released in 1941. So do you think that the animal rights have improved since then, or we still need movies like this one?
Oh, for sure they've improved since then, certain parts of the world anyway. For sure, there's been a greater degree of awareness and exposure to certain cruelties that are inflicted upon animals around the world. So I think, you know, there's a kind of a prevalent community of watchdogs around the world that do incredible work. But there's always more work to be done as human beings, you know, how we treat each other, how we treat animals, you know, our whole experience on this shared planet.
There's also one thing that I really like about the movie, and is that we don't have like a kiss scene. It seems like it's going to be a relationship between your character and Eva's character, but we don't get that. Do you think that this is becoming a trend, that we don't need a love story between a man and a woman?
Yeah, I mean, I think there might have been in an earlier version. It might have been a little more confirmed or on the nose. I think the way it was dealt with in the film is kind of sweet, and there was no need to rush the recovery of me as a widower, or my children having lost their mother. There was no need to kind of impose any kind of sexual or romantic dynamic on the film. It just didn't feel necessary. Don't know if it's a trend, but it seemed to suit the sensibility of this film to have it just pure, like there was a friendship building between the two of them, you know.
Now there's a lot of Disney remakes. So what do you think that this movie can bring that is new and unique compared to the older version?
The human aspect of this version is one that wasn't existent in the 1941 animated film. So I think this film essentially was at the core of the original film, you know, the idea of this beautiful, albeit very strange, weird, otherworldly creature being born, being kind of treated cruelly, ostracized from the general community in the circus, separated against his will from his mother. All that's there, of course, but then there's this human component about a circus family, about a family. Everyone's got their struggle. Ava's character's got her struggle. She's living a life that seems like she has all the dreams that a person could behold, and she's living within that, but maybe she's not content and not happy, and everyone's kind of trying to figure out how they are in this film. So there's a whole, you know, it's about 35% remake and about 65% original film, so there's quite a lot that Tim brought to it.
And also, Tim broke one of the main rules of filmmaking, that is you don't have to work with kids or animals. So how was it?
Easy. Well, there was no, I mean, as animals, of course there was horses and a couple of dogs, a couple of coloured poodles. But there was no elephants, no snakes, no anything else. The kids were a dream. Nico and Finley were a dream. You know, they have to break every 40 minutes and go off and have 20 minutes of schooling, which is fine because you get to go out and have a coffee and chill. So I'm cool with working with kids and animals.